What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and today I'm trying something totally different. It's called food reviews, and what I will be doing is when I get the opportunity to eat different kinds of food, whether it's fast food, whether it's food that I buy and I prepare myself, or maybe I go to a restaurant or something like that, I'm going to go ahead and review it and basically give you a first-hand look at in my opinion on what the food is like. And I'm going to review it three different ways. First, you will have actual flavor, then you'll have presentation, and then you'll have nutritional value. And sometimes, obviously, flavor and presentation are subjective. Nutritional value, if I had the information for the food, obviously it's a lot easier, but the truth is that a lot of this information isn't available. I actually tried to look up some of the information today and I couldn't find it. So it's going to be based off of my opinion, basically, of what the nutritional value of the food is. So anyway, to start, episode 1 here per se, it is breakfast time. It's actually pretty early in the morning. It's about 9 o'clock. And I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten for quite a long time, actually almost 24 hours, which is a funny story. But anyway, I went to my local Burger King, which is right down the street from me. And I picked up, I don't know if anyone's seen, but I've been bombarded with their ads for this new breakfast menu that they have. And they have all kinds of new things, apparently, new sandwiches, a new ultimate breakfast. Today I picked up their new ciabatta sandwich. I'm trying to see what the name of it is. I guess it's called the breakfast ham and cheese ciabatta. I'm not even sure. But it's funny because I said, "Gee, I'd like the ciabatta sandwich," and what did they do? They gave me a bag, and in the bag they also gave me hash browns, which I didn't even ask for. So I don't know if they just put them in there by accident, or if you order the ciabatta sandwich, you get hash browns for free. There's actually one that was so greasy it was stuck to the bag. It was actually stuck in the bottom of the bag, and it wouldn't move. So here you go. Here's your hash browns, which I didn't order. But it came with the ciabatta. I didn't order the combo. Look at this. This hash brown also won't move. It's actually fused to the side of the paper. That's great. Oh my god, I can't even move it. Oh my god, it's ripping. I can't get it off the paper. Wow. Okay, so that's gonna go in there in the fucking trash. So you got hash browns. Now this is obviously what I wanted, was the ciabatta sandwich. So let's take a look at this. Now, ciabatta. Everyone says, what is ciabatta? Ciabatta is a special kind of bread. As you can see here, it's a flat bread. And frequently ciabatta bread is used for things like panini sandwiches and things like that. So just taking an initial look. I haven't touched the sandwich yet. Here you go. We're going to flip the ciabatta. What do we have? We have some kind of a mysterious yellow sauce with I take that back, 4 strips of microwaved bacon, a couple pieces of ham, it looks like, a yellow egg. Let's flip this and see what it looks like on the bottom. And this is fused to the paper. Are you kidding me? Okay, on the bottom, it's actually sticky on the bottom. I don't know what that's about. It looks like there's melted cheese with the egg on the bottom. So, egg, ham, bacon, and some kind of a mysterious sauce that I can't identify, and hash browns. So first, let's grab a hash brown. I'm hungry, so. The hash browns have an odd kind of a seasoning to them. They actually taste different than other hash browns that I've had. Let me have one more. It's definitely just not a plain fried potato. There's something else in there, but I can't really put my finger on it. So now we're going to try the sandwich. This could go either way. Definitely depending on how this thing looks, so bear with me. So we're going to take a bite of this new ciabatta sandwich from Burger King. And I'll give my honest opinion here. Wow, salt. Wow. Holy salt. It's an odd combination of flavors because The egg and all the meat are extremely salty, but the ciabatta bread is actually sweet. It's almost like a sweet and sour kind of a flavor. And now it actually looks like there's either a tomato. Yeah, there's a slice of tomato on the sandwich as well that I didn't see between the egg and the ham right there. You see it right there in between? Let me take another bite. This is a completely unique flavor. Sweet, sour, and then the acidity from the tomato as well. It's an interesting combination. And to be completely honest, this isn't half bad. This thing looks disgusting, but it actually tastes pretty good. I'm gonna take one more bite. So, And that's pretty hilarious. I've taken 3 bites, and half the meat has slid off the sandwich already. In fact, look, the egg's coming off, everything's sliding apart. But so overall, this sandwich isn't half bad. It's a unique flavor. It's very heavy, by the way. This sandwich, just picking it up, it's got to weigh at least like it's definitely a quarter pounder. You know what I mean? It's like a heavy breakfast sandwich. Pricing, just so everyone knows, this I live in Connecticut, so obviously the pricing here is more expensive than a lot of other places, but this was $3.39 for this combo of the sandwich and the hash browns. So overall, not bad. So actually, presentation wise, the hash browns looked absolutely disgusting. They were sticking to the wrap. The sandwich itself didn't look too bad, but also it wasn't any kind of a masterpiece. I'm going to rate these out of 5, so I'm going to give it like a 3 out of 5 for presentation. Definitely could have looked a lot more appetizing, but it didn't look disgusting either. Flavor-wise, it's interesting actually. It's an interesting combination of sweet, sour, and acidity from the tomato. The tomato is an interesting touch. I didn't think there was going to be any tomato on here. The tomato actually, I think, makes the sandwich because it combines the two flavors. It's like the bridge between the sweet and the sour. If there was no tomato, the sweet and the sour might be an odd combination, but I actually like this because of the acidity of the tomato. So I'm going to say, flavor-wise, this is actually a 4. For a breakfast sandwich, it's pretty damn good. You know, I've had other things like Egg McMuffins and all the other breakfast sandwiches from fast food. This is an interesting new addition to the fast food menu for breakfast. But nutritional value, gee, let's see. Now, Burger King, I think McDonald's actually does list the nutritional value of their food on their wrappers. Burger King does not. I don't blame them because let's face it, fake fried egg, cheese, ham, bacon, and a tomato slice with ciabatta bread and freaking fried hash browns. This is like extremely unhealthy for you. However, it's probably very high in protein, and to eat this as a breakfast probably will give you, excuse me, that's from the 3 bites I had. I'm burping already. It probably gives you a lot of energy. So nutritional value on a scale of 5, I'm going to give it a 2. Yeah, because fast food, I'm going to tell you right now, when I do these for fast food, they're always going to have a low rating, because fast food usually is pretty bad. It's not 0, because it's not a sugar-filled fucking thing. It's not a dessert. It's not a 1, because it's not a horrendous thing. It's definitely going to give you energy, but it's very bad for you, you can tell. It's going to have fat, it's going to have all kinds of salt. Like I said, the first thing I tasted when I bit it was a massive amount of salt. So, not going to be very good for you. But, if you're in a hurry, if you need something that's going to taste good and also boost you, probably energy-wise, this is probably a good choice. So, overall, not bad. You figure, alright, so 3 plus a 2 plus a 4 is a 9. Divide by 3. Overall, the new Burger King breakfast ciabatta sandwich gets a 3. So, not bad. Interesting. Yes, it gets a middle-of-the-road rating, but I am pretty picky, and that's a glass of my own orange juice, by the way. No, Burger King does not give you that much orange juice with anything you order. I didn't order the combo because I had it at home. But alright, that concludes the first episode. I hope you this helps people to decide what they want to do. You know, if you're hungry and you want to run out and grab something, there'll be more in the future. Burger King breakfast ciabatta sandwich gets a 3 out of 5. What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and you might be looking at this right now and saying, what am I looking at? And I don't blame you. The other day, I was at the local Target store, and for those of you who don't know, Target is like a variety store / supermarket. They do have food items as well as like clothing, electronics, pretty much everything. It's almost like a mini Walmart. But basically, I was there and I was walking through. I needed to grab some sodas because I had some friends coming over, and I saw this and I was like, what the hell is that? I've never seen anything that looks like that before. This is Mountain Dew Throwback, and I don't know if anyone has been privy to what's going on with Pepsi, but the whole company, they've been doing throwbacks. They have Pepsi Throwback, now they have Mountain Dew Throwback apparently. They must be testing these different markets. What they are basically older versions of the soda that exists today. So for example, this Mountain Dew is made with real sugar. Now you might say, what do you mean real sugar? Well, you ever notice when you look at the ingredients to a soda these days, and you're like, what the hell is in there? High fructose corn syrup or some bullshit sweetener product? It's not real sugar. It's fabricated sugar made from corn. It's not made from sugar cane. So back in the day, when sodas used to be around, they were made with real sugar from sugar cane. So this is basically the old version of Mountain Dew. Now, my observation here, first of all, I guess the old slogan was Yahoo, which I guess that means you have a lot of energy because you drank it, you're saying Yahoo. But take a look at the picture on this thing. It's some kind of an old cowboy or a prospector, and he's holding a bottle. It looks like one of those water jugs, or maybe even something that he would put like his bourbon or whiskey in, and the fucking liquid that's inside is so powerful, it launches the goddamn cork out of the bottle and it makes a fucking hole in his hat. Why he's smiling that a cork almost took his fucking head off 2 seconds ago is beyond me. This is the oddest picture I've seen in quite a long time. I wouldn't want to hold any bottle where the cork launches itself out and could possibly take my fucking eye out. But yeah, Mountain Dew Throwback. So let's try it. Let's take a sip and see if it really is different. Now keep in mind, I drink regular Mountain Dew. I've also had Code Red, blue, that Voltage, which is the blue one, and there was one other one that was been locally tested in the market here, and I tried that one. But I've had pretty much the majority of the Mountain Dews, the regular ones. I haven't had a chance to get any of those other ones, but they don't really sell them around here. But let's try this and let's see if it tastes any different from normal Mountain Dew. It actually does. Hold on a second. Wow. This tastes really good. Like, yeah, it does taste like basic Mountain Dew, but you can definitely tell there's real sugar in it. Like, it's a genuinely sweet flavor. It's not like that artificial mild sweet flavor that you get in a lot of the Mountain Dew sodas. This is extremely good. You really get like a citrusy flavor with it that's sweet, and now you have to kind of ask yourself, why on earth did they stop using real sugar? The answer is probably because high fructose corn syrup is massively cheaper than real sugar. But I'm sorry, this is fucking great. I think that this should be, you know, replacing the bullshit Mountain Dew that's out there right now. It's the flavor of Mountain Dew with a real sweetness. It doesn't have any kind of a chemical. That's the other thing. There's no aftertaste. Because it's real sugar. The sugar actually dissolves in your mouth and breaks down. I don't have any kind of a chemically aftertaste like you get from regular Mountain Dew. So this is really good. Presentation is absolutely hilarious. The flavor is good, and nutritional value I'm sure is awful. So I'm not going to rate it like food, but I'm just going to say Mountain Dew Throwback. Holy shit. This is really good. I recommend if you see this in your local store, you run out and you try it while you still can, because as you see it says up here, limited time only. That means they're probably just testing it in a couple markets, and if it doesn't sell like crazy, they're going to get rid of it. So if you get a chance, test it out. I recommend it. What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and excuse me, that was a bad introduction. We are looking at another Burger King meal today. This is their new ultimate breakfast platter. which you can get. I got it this morning for about $4.69. And as you can see, it comes in this to-go platter with a top here. Probably because it makes it easier for you to microwave it if you get it home and it's cold. I guess they're assuming maybe you might get it home and it's not, you don't live right down the street like I do. But anyway, what do you get in this thing? Well, 4 different components. You got your scrambled eggs. Looks like you've got 1, 2, 3 pancakes, 1 piece of sausage, which is a patty type of a sausage here, and a biscuit, breakfast biscuit. So I'm going to go ahead and taste this and see what it's like and review it. Now, keep in mind, I haven't seasoned it. I haven't done anything. What do they give you with it? Well, they do give you syrup, so I will probably try syrup on the pancakes. And they give you butter for the biscuit, and for the pancakes. Obviously, if they were warm, I could put butter on them. They're not warm anymore because, it's not very warm even when it comes out of Burger King. But no seasoning whatsoever from what I can see on these eggs. These are just plain eggs. So first thing we're going to do is take a bite here. This is interesting. The eggs actually do seem to have some flavor, which is different from the eggs that I usually get from like a McDonald's. Let's take one more bite. They actually are a little bit on the salty side. Almost a hint of cheese, but I would assume they did not put cheese in here because, people who are allergic to dairy, they would have to list that. But that's interesting. Alright. Oh, God. Oh, it has an awful aftertaste. Oh, I'm not even joking. Oh, the eggs have a terrible aftertaste. I need some orange juice. Oh, I don't even know what that was. It was really bad. It was like, a salty, chemical aftertaste. What the hell was that about? Ugh. Okay. So that was unexpected. Alright, I'm going to try to get a piece of this stupid sausage here. Which is, unfortunately, it's getting a little bit hard because it's not warm anymore, which sucks. But what are you going to do? Let's take a bite here of this sausage. Okay. Right off the bat, I can tell you this is fatty sausage. I can taste the fat oozing out of this damn thing. Ugh. It's very salty. Does have some herbs and spices in it. I could taste the spices. But it's very fatty sausage. I'm going to take one more bite. Might as well finish this. Which is surprising because they're very thin. You think it's not very fatty. But I can definitely tell there's a lot of fat in that sausage. So now I'm curious about these pancakes because I've bought pancakes before from the supermarket, pre-made, where they're like microwave pancakes, and that's what these look like. But I'm wondering if that's really what they are. I'm gonna grab this knife here, or if these are any different. They look pretty plain to me. They look pretty basic. And yes, like I said, they do give you butter and they do give you syrup, but I just want to see what the plain pancake tastes like. Actually, these pancakes are way better than the ones that I bought at the supermarket. I'm going to take another bite. They're very fluffy, and it's very sweet. Let me take another bite. Honestly, the pancakes almost taste like a really sweet muffin. That's actually the flavor that I'm getting out of them. It tastes like a muffin, which is really weird. Like, why does a pancake taste like a muffin? Maybe they use muffin mix to make it? I don't know, but so far, this is my favorite part of this new breakfast platter. Let me take another bite. Very good. Very sweet, fluffy, tasty. I didn't even put any butter or syrup on it, and it's pretty good. Okay. So last but not least, we got the biscuit. And the biscuit can make or break a breakfast. Let me explain why. I've had biscuits that were absolutely mouth-wateringly delicious. A buttery, fluffy flavor. Some biscuits I've had to actually have cheese built into them. This one obviously does not. It's just a plain biscuit. And really, if you can get the biscuit right, it can really add to the meal. Now, on the flip side of that, I've had some of the worst fucking biscuits that taste like hockey pucks. And a hockey puck can ruin your breakfast, especially if, like, say, for example, you're eating your fluffy pancakes with syrup, and you're like, I'm just going to negate the sweetness. Let me take a bite of my buttery biscuit, and you bite it, and it's like, bleh, cardboard. That can really ruin it. So, let's see what this is like. It looks like it is pre-cut. The biscuit is pre-cut. Now, that's a weird one. I've never seen a pre-cut biscuit like that before. Let's take a bite. Well, it's definitely not buttery. Let's put it that way. It's very bland. It's got a saltiness to it. It's almost like they wanted to simulate the flavor of butter, but they didn't want to put real butter in the biscuit because it has a saltiness to it. It definitely doesn't taste like butter, though. And yes, I could add butter. Yes, I know. But a good biscuit from the get-go should have a buttery type of a flavor to it at least. And this does not. It's very generic and bland. I'll take one more bite. I'll wash that down. Okay. So overall, the BK new ultimate breakfast platter. What do I think? I'm going to tell you right now. These eggs are disgusting. I don't know. They actually tasted good. And then when that aftertaste hit my mouth, I don't even want to bite another one of these eggs. Seriously. Like, I don't know what that was. I don't know if it's some kind of a chemical reaction or something, but all I know is all I've eaten so far this morning, I had a little bit of orange juice, so I don't know what the hell that was about. The sausage is pretty much a typical fast food sausage. Very fatty and greasy, but it does have some flavor to it with some herbs and spices. The pancakes are surprisingly good, and I would almost go so far to say I saw that they actually had another meal deal that wasn't the ultimate breakfast platter, but it actually was just the pancakes and the sausage, I believe, for like $3 and change. If I were to go back, I would probably just get that because overall the biscuit is bland and the eggs have that nasty aftertaste, but I did actually like the pancakes, and the sausage is typical sausage. So overall, let's rate this guy. Presentation, the way they put it in this and laid it out, they definitely try to fill the bowl. And, you know, they try to make it look like a giant breakfast, but at the same time, you can tell from the first look at this thing that it's fast food. I mean, there's no way you're going to think that you went to a diner and got a real breakfast out of this. So presentation, I'm going to give it a 3. Because it's not horrible, it doesn't look disgusting, but you can tell it's fast food, so it gets a 3. Flavor, I'm on the fence here because 2 articles of this, the biscuit and the eggs, I actually don't like, but the pancakes are actually exceptional. They're fluffy and sweet like a muffin, and the sausage is typical sausage. So again, it's like 2 bad, 1 really good, and 1 average. I'm going to have to give it probably a 3 for flavor overall. Only because I've had a lot worse fast food breakfasts as well. I had some really disgusting breakfast sandwiches before from these places. And, alright, nutritional value. So let's really think about nutritional value of this breakfast. I mean, you're getting protein with the eggs and with the sausage. You're getting carbs from the pancakes and the biscuit. 3 pancakes, by the way. I don't know if you could see that. I apologize. I didn't show you that in the beginning. There's 3 pancakes with this breakfast. And, the problem is it's so fucking salty. I mean, this is super salt tasting. You know, everything is salt. And this, like I said, the sausage, typical fast food sausage, is very fatty. And, I'd have to guess this thing is a bajillion fat calories. Simply because this is so fatty. And this, I don't know what's in the eggs. Like, I have to say the eggs are probably chemical fucking eggs. Like, they're not, they definitely, that aftertaste is not natural. So I almost have to say, like, the eggs are disgusting. They get a 0. The sausage is average. It gets a 3. The pancakes are exceptional. I have to give the pancakes a 4. The biscuit is pretty nasty. I give it a 1. So when you figure that out, 0, 1, 3, it's 4, and 8, and you divide that by 4, and you really think about what nutritional value you're going to get out of this. Carbs versus fat. I mean, yeah, you eat this thing. If you ate this entire breakfast, you'd probably get a lot of energy, but at the same time, think about how heavy this breakfast is. 3 pancakes, a sausage, all this egg, and a biscuit. You're probably going to feel bloated and overweight after you eat this thing. Yeah, you'll get your vitamins and your protein, but you're going to feel sick probably if you eat this whole damn thing. So, nutritional value, I'm going to give this thing a 2. I mean, seriously, this is not good for you. Overall, especially with those chemical eggs in that fucking sausage. So, let's see. I said what? Presentation a 3, flavor a 3, and nutritional value a 2. So that's what, 8? And you divide that by 3. I mean, this thing gets like a 2.7, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's just give it an average rating of just below average, which will be around the 3, but just under a 3. For $4.69, this is a pretty decent amount of food, but it's probably too much food for a normal human to eat at breakfast. I mean, it's a lot of food, and being that you're getting the disgustingly fat sausage, the chemical eggs, and the bland biscuit, really the one thing you're going to gravitate towards is the pancake. And in their defense, the pancake is what you get the most of. There's 3 pancakes in here. It's almost like they knew the pancake was the best part of the breakfast, but really they could have done, there could have been more butter in the biscuit. I don't know what's going on with the aftertaste of the eggs. The sausage is sausage. It is what it is. It's going to always be like that. So, but, alright, that's it. The new BK Ultimate Breakfast Platter. From me, it gets a 3. Actually, just under a 3, because, it's just below, an average fast food breakfast. What's up? It's DSP, and once again I find myself with not enough food in the house, had to run out and get something to eat, and I was already out anyway, so I stopped by my local Duchess. Now, a lot of you might be asking, what is Duchess? Because, from what I'm to understand, Duchess is not exactly a large chain. Duchess is a franchise, I believe primarily in the northeast of the United States, and they do fast food. Now, they do different stuff, and really their slogan is fresh food served fast, meaning anything you order from Duchess is actually made right there. It's not like on a freaking warmer like it is at Burger King or McDonald's. They make everything completely fresh. And so if you order a burger there, you get a fresh burger. You might have to wait a couple minutes for them to cook it, but it's really fresh. And they have all kinds of burgers, hot dogs, sandwiches, things like that. But one of the unique things on their menu is actually called the Big Deli Selections. They are deli-style sandwiches, and there's all different kinds. There's a BLT, there's I believe, a tuna and chicken salad, there's a chicken Caesar, but today what I decided to go with was the turkey, bacon, and cheddar Big Deli sandwich. As you see, it is large. Now, just to give you some perspective, that is really large. Here's actually the case to Super Street Fighter 4. I mean, side by side, from the top down, they're almost as big. So this is a pretty giant sandwich. What does it come with? It's definitely going to be a lot better for you than a burger, because it's actual whole wheat bread, multi-grain bread. You got a little bit of honey mustard and cheese on the top, but you got lettuce and tomato, bacon, and the turkey, as you can see. And it's a thick sandwich as well. So this is a pretty filling sandwich. I've had it many times before. I do like this sandwich a lot. It's one of the things that I get frequently when I go to Duchess. Oh, there's also onions on here as well. Because even though this is about, I believe it's $4 and change, so yeah, it is an expensive sandwich, but it's probably one of the healthiest things for you at a fast food place. Especially when you consider when most people that go to this kind of place get burgers and chili dogs and things like that. So this is the sandwich. I'm going to taste it. Usually these are pretty good. Actually, I don't think they cut the bread very well here. So, come on. Yeah, he did not cut the bread thoroughly. What a dick. Hold on a second. What a dickhead. Seriously, if you're going to make a sandwich like this, you have to cut the bread all the way through, and he did not. The guy who made it. Alright. So, let me grab it here. here's our sandwich. This is what it actually looks like. Of course, the bread on the bottom is all falling apart because they fucking didn't cut it. I had to rip it. But pretty good combination of ingredients to take a bite. Mmm. Mmm. One thing about this sandwich, the bread itself is really tasty. You can taste the multigrains and the wheat in it. It's almost a sweeter kind of bread. But it's really good. You've got the honey mustard. Really, there's a sweeter honey mustard. Goes with the turkey perfectly. Combination of a real slice of cheddar. It's not yellow American cheese. It's actually a slice of real cheddar. It tastes really good. Lettuce, fresh tomato, and the bacon. It's a really good combination. The only downside is, like I said, it's pricey. It's over $4. It's like $4 and change for the sandwich. So, overall, how do I rate this guy? Well, flavor is really good. It's not exceptional, but it's pretty damn good. So I'm going to give it a 4 for flavor. The combination of everything on there. And the fresh ingredients as well. Because as you know, like I said, everything is freshly made. This stuff wasn't just sitting around. They freshly chopped their lettuce, their tomatoes, their onions. I'm sure, the turkey is lunch meat turkey. What are you going to do? But it's still delicious. And I would also say, let's see, for presentation, the sandwich is a nice looking sandwich, especially with the toasted bread on the ends. It does, it looks very appealing. The only downside to this is the guy didn't cut it all the way through, but I'm not going to fault the entire sandwich because the guy didn't cut it. So presentation is also a 4. It looks like a delicious deli sandwich, and that's exactly what it is. Nutritional value, it's definitely better than a burger. It's definitely better than a chili dog. I mean, obviously, the bread is a lot of carbs. The honey mustard probably has a lot of sugar in it. But lettuce, tomato, the bacon obviously is fatty. But the turkey is not that bad. I'm going to even go to say that nutritional value, this is probably like a 4. It's not a health food, but it's definitely for fast food. It's pretty damn good compared to some of the other crap you can get out there. No grease, nothing fried in here besides the 2 pieces of bacon. The one thing is the sandwich is fairly large, so if you're going to buy this, I recommend you just buy the sandwich and don't get the combo with fries, because let's face it, the deli sandwich really doesn't go with fries anyway. It's kind of like an oddball on the menu of Duchess, so overall, I think this sandwich overall is a 4. The only downside being price, so if you can afford it, definitely try this sandwich. It's pretty good. It's freshly made, like I said. One of my favorite things at the local fast food around here, so like I said, Duchess is actually usually it's just in the Northeast, I believe. So this might be one of the places where you might be interested if I actually review certain things, you might not see at other places traditionally. So this is one of them. So, alright, the Big Deli turkey, bacon, and cheddar sandwich from Duchess gets a 4. It's delicious. What's going on, everyone? It's DSP, and welcome to another episode of DSP Tries It. Today is not apparently a good day to try to get breakfast. Let me explain what I mean when I say that. So I was on the way back from picking up some games, and I had gotten a recommendation, actually, or a suggestion from a fan. They had said, Phil, I'm actually interested to find out what that new breakfast menu at Subway is like. I keep seeing ads on TV for the Subway breakfast, and I want to know what it's like. Now, for those of you that don't know what Subway is, it is a submarine sandwich chain that basically sells giant, submarine sandwiches, but also they started to branch out into other things. Like at one point they were making pizza, which I think miserably flopped, and they don't do that anymore, and now they have a new breakfast menu. And I was interested because unlike stuff like this, they have flatbreads. They're supposed to have like healthy things, so you can get like an egg white omelet with peppers and all kinds of things that are supposed to be good for you. And I said, wow, that might be a good fast food alternative for breakfast. Let me try that out. So I go to Subway on the way back from picking up some games, and they say, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of eggs. And I said, you're out of eggs? I said, yes. I said, you have 10 posters in this building that all are advertising breakfast. Every commercial I see on TV for your Subway is for breakfast, and you're out of eggs. And they said, yes, and we didn't even have eggs today. We've been out for like a day, and, oh, it's not our fault. It's because the delivery is late. Well, Dear Subway, yes, it is your fault. It's up to you to manage your own supply chain. Therefore, you messed up. And unfortunately, I've had a lot of problems with different local Subways. It's not just that one, where they're out of a lot of ingredients all the time. And it's kind of starting to piss me off. So the manager was actually there, and she said, well, if you come back tomorrow, we'll definitely have eggs. So this week, again, if I do end up, going out for breakfast at any time, I'll try to stop by Subway and give them a fair shake. But that being said, I was hungry. I didn't have time to make anything to eat because I have to hurry up and start playing these new games. So I stopped by my local Burger King yet again, which is right down the street. And I said, gee, I do know that they have this classic croissant, and it's been quite a while since I had one. So maybe I'll give that a chance. And then also, they're supposed to have these, this is in their new breakfast campaign, these new mini muffins, blueberry mini muffins, 4 pieces for $1. So I order them, and I get up to the window, and I'm waiting. I'm like, what's taking so long? And then they come out and they say, oh, sir, we're sorry. We're out of the mini muffins. I said, are you kidding me? So Subway has no eggs, and you have no mini muffins, but both of you are actively advertising these things on TV like it's the one thing you should go to your businesses to get. And, of course, their excuse is, oh, the delivery. I'm like, so you're telling me that every single food store in Connecticut gets deliveries on Tuesday? You think there might be a problem with that? But anyway, I ended up getting a replacement. Instead of mini muffins, I ended up, because that's the marketing for the mini muffins, I ended up getting these mini cinnamon rolls, which I have no idea. I've never tried them. I didn't want them, but I said, hey, just give me whatever. If it's the same price, I'll try it. So, just for the hell of it, let's look at these cinnamon rolls first. This is going to be pretty funny, I bet. I can't wait to see this. Mini cinnamon rolls. Oh my god. Well, right off the bat, I can tell you that it ain't no Cinnabon. I mean, first of all, they're rock hard. I'm not even kidding. They're rock hard, and it's only been maybe 20 minutes since I left Burger King. So, this tells me that probably they had these sitting around all morning. As you can see, there's not much to this. It's pretty much just some kind of a pastry with some kind of, I don't know if you would want to call that cinnamon, or maybe like brown fucking goo. But, oh, look at that. We got a nice burnt thing stuck to the bottom of this one. I don't even know what that is. I'm not eating that one. Let's look for one. Okay, this one doesn't have anything burnt on the bottom. I mean, it has a faint smell of cinnamon, but I really am doubting this thing's going to taste anything like a cinnamon roll. And then they give you with it this little packet of icing. Now, this should be rich. The ingredients: liquid sugar, icing sugar, glucose, water, sugar, sorbitol. Oh my god, I can't even read half of this. Just for the hell of it, let's open it. I'm going to put the camera down for a second. I want to see what this icing looks like. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, this is something else. Here's the icing, and it is like a white goop. It looks like a goopy milk. So I'm going to take the things I do. I'm actually going to take a bite of this with the icing, which is the way it was intended to be eaten. And I'm going to see what this is like. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Come on. Alright, here we go. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. No fucking human should have to eat that. Oh my god. It's like, it was like eating cardboard with a little bit of brown sugar on it. Oh my god. I don't even want to know what the nutritional value of this is. It has to be like the worst fucking thing possible. So moving on, the croissant, which is really what we're here for anyway. I'm not surprised they weren't out of the cinnamon roll. Let's put it that way. Now the croissant, is the classic Burger King breakfast sandwich, and it comes in a couple of varieties. You can get it with sausage, or you can get it with bacon, and cheese or no cheese. So I got it a bacon, egg, and cheese basically on a croissant because, as you saw in the other video that I did for Burger King breakfast, one of the other videos, it was the big breakfast platter which had these piece of sausage. I was not too appealed by that piece of sausage. It was very fatty, and I'm assuming that's exactly what they would have used here. So The sandwich is actually kind of light, which is good. It looks like mostly the croissant, the bread. You got your single piece of, actually it looks like it is two portions of egg there, yellow egg, with a couple slices of their, microwave fast food bacon and some cheese. So, let's take a bite. Well, the bacon is very salty, but that should be expected from fast food bacon. This isn't half bad. The croissant is cooked perfectly, and when I mean that, I mean, you know how sometimes when you go to fast food places, they nuke the croissant? It ends up being hard in the middle, or like the bottom's hard and the top is soft, and it frustrates the hell out of you because it's like eating a stale croissant. It's actually cooked fine. It's very fluffy. I've always liked the Burger King croissants. It's pretty tasty, a little bit on the buttery side. Obviously, the bacon is very salty, but the egg is not bad. So overall, I'm going to take one more bite. Overall, not bad. And this is why this has always been the Burger King staple sandwich, because it's pretty good. They're usually good about their croissants. And, not bad at all. So I'd say presentation-wise, it's a sandwich. I mean, there's nothing major about it. It's got to get, give it a 3. Flavor-wise, it's decent. It's not anything amazing. And it is a little bit on the salty side because of the bacon, so I give it a 3. Nutritional value, well, you got a lot of eggs, so obviously you're going to have cholesterol. And the bacon is a lot of salt and fat. But it's nothing like that breakfast ciabatta sandwich. Let's put it that way. It's absolutely nothing like that one. I mean, it's pretty much half the ingredients of that one. You've only got, that, compared with the egg on that one, it probably has less egg, less bacon, less cheese, doesn't have the ham, has a lot less bread to it. It's a lot lighter, too. Like I said, that ciabatta sandwich was heavy. The thing fucking weighed like a quarter pound. This is like a normal, fluffy, light sandwich, so nutritional value is probably going to be a lot better, but I'm still, middle of the road. I'll give it a 3. So this is average. It's an average breakfast sandwich, and it's not bad at all. I would recommend this if you're in a rush. You got to grab something quick. There's a Burger King. Rush in, just grab a croissant, which I recommend the bacon over the sausage because, as you saw, the sausage is really fatty at Burger King. As for these mini cinnamon rolls, I give them a 0 because they're the most fucking disgusting food I think I've ever tasted. Well, not really, but they are fucking pretty nasty. Rock hard when I finally got to eat them. The icing is disgusting. It's definitely not anything like a fresh cinnamon roll that you could get at like a Cinnabon or a bakery. It is not even close. It's a pale imitation. That's why they're only $1, and that's why they had these and not the mini muffins. So I would say I would probably rather eat fucking a bull testicle before I try to eat these, to be completely honest, because at least a bull testicle would have some nutritional value. This is just fucking suicide. You might as well, eat bullets. So yeah, croissant-wich, pretty good. I'm going to give it a 3 average. Do not even fucking touch these disgusting cinnamon rolls. So that's it for this episode of DSP Tries It. Again, remember, if you like the videos, please, do what you can to watch, rate, and participate. Thanks a lot. See you guys next time. What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and welcome to another edition of DSP Tries It. Today, this is an interesting one, and here's why. This is a brand new chain that moved into my area, and it's kind of weird because all of the things, the cups and everything that come with the place, say the name of the place is Jake's Hamburgers. They even have a website, jakeshamburgers.com, but at the store, the sign and the menu and everything says jakeswaybackburgers.com, and it's a brand new chain that moved into my area, have never been in this area before, and I wanted to try them out. The cool thing about them is you can actually order online. I ordered online ahead of time. I went to waybackburgers.com. They located my closest one. I placed the order. I actually paid through on the online website, and as soon as I went there and showed up, the food was ready. I grabbed it, and here I am. I'm home, and I'm going to test it out. So we have 3 things today. We have the Jake Double Cheeseburger, which the way that this place prides themselves is that, number 1, whatever you order, they make completely fresh. Nothing is pre-made. Nothing is stacked up and reheated like it is at standard fast food. And number 2, It's fully customizable, meaning there's a list of something like 10 to 15 ingredients, condiments that are completely free, and there's a couple things that are a little bit extra, such as bacon, chili, those kind of things. I did get bacon on this, so this is like a double Jake burger, which is basically just a double burger. And then I wanted cheese, mayo, ketchup, some grilled onions, and some bacon on there. This is an order of onion rings, and wait, look how large it is. It's in a large cup. Look how many you get. There's a shit ton of onion rings in there. And this is a mint shake, which is green, but the first thing I'm going to do is taste this shake because I'm very thirsty right now. I just need a little bit of a boost. Let's take a sip. Oh, the shake is delicious. Now, something about the shake. It's a real milkshake, meaning it's handmade, you know, with milk and all other ingredients. It's not like McDonald's where they call it just a shake. There's a reason why McDonald's calls their shake a shake and not a milkshake. It's because McDonald's doesn't even put milk in their shakes, if you can believe it. They put something like milk byproducts in their shakes. So the government actually regulated them and said you can't call it a milkshake because you don't have real milk in it. This is the complete opposite. It is thick, but it's not too heavy. It's not super thick like some of those other shakes. Like I think Burger King has a shake that's way too thick. This is a perfect consistency. It's not super light and sugary like the McDonald's shake. It's not super thick like the Burger King shake. This is perfect. So this is delicious. Tastes like mint, basically vanilla with a mint taste to it. Great. Now, just take a look at these onion rings. I mean, you go anywhere else you get onion rings, it's not even a real onion. Look at this. A whole ring of onion, freshly fried. Let me try this guy out. It actually crisps when you bite it. Take a look. Delicious onion ring inside there. The batter is delicious. I love it. Finish this onion ring right now because I'm hungry. This is really good. Now, what I do want to say, the batter is not heavy. It's actually a light batter. So this is how a classic onion ring should be made. A light batter, a real onion ring, freshly made, still warm, delicious. So, 2 out of 3 products already delicious. Now let's try the burger. The double Jake burger with some, the way that I requested it. You can get lettuce, tomato, relish, pickles, anything, you know, it's all free. The only things you have to pay for extra are bacon and bacon. There it is. There's your double Jake burger. Haven't lifted it up yet, but that's what it looks like on a plate. So let's take a look at this guy before we bite into him. There you go. Onions, there's your grilled onions chopped up, ketchup, bacon, fresh bacon, cheese, the 2 burgers, and I'm assuming the mayo is probably on the bottom. There it is, your mayo. Keep in mind, this is the only meal I'm going to eat today. Seriously, I'm going to have a snack later, but this is the first meal and only meal I'm eating today, which is why I know this is like probably like ridiculous amount of 2,000, 3,000 calories, but I got a tough day of gaming ahead of me. So I need my energy. So, alright, so enough looking at the burger. The burger looks great. Let's take a bite. It's fresh, it's warm. Oh, the flavors are great because I made it just how I like it. It's delicious. This is great. I am so glad this place moved in. Seriously, like this is the best fast food meal I think I've had in quite a long time, at least for a burger. Now, so rating wise, it's not perfection, obviously, so I can't give it a 5. I'm going to give everything here a 4. Everything here gets a 4 out of 5. The only reason I think it should not be a 5 is the price. Everything is pricey. The burger itself, the double Jake burger, I believe is $4, and then depending on what you get added to it, I take that back. I think the double Jake burger is $5, and then depending on what you get added to it, it could increase or you know, the price. This ended up being, the burger was $5.50. The shake was $4. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. $4 for a milkshake. It is delicious and freshly made, but $4? Come on. And the onion rings are $3. And in the defense, I would say probably the onion rings are worth it because look at how many you get. It's a ridiculous amount in this giant cup. So the onion rings, yeah, $3 might be worth it, but everything else, I don't know. It is overpriced. So, you know, you get what you pay for. You're going to pay a lot of money, but you're going to get an absolutely delicious meal. It's fresh, and just to warn you, if you do not order from these guys ahead of time like I did, it does take them a while to make your food because, like I said, everything is fresh. So if you order it, you're not going to get that burger that's been sitting on the grill for an hour. They're actually going to cut a fresh meat for you, cook it right there in front of you, and you can watch them make it. So it is, you know, you're going to have to wait maybe like 15, 20 minutes, but you will get completely fresh meal. It's going to be great. It's great tasting. The only downside is the price. They are on the pricey side. So Jake's Hamburgers or Jake's Wayback Burgers, whatever the hell their real name is, they get a rating. Everything there so far that I've tried, I've only tried these 3 products, but everything there gets a 4 from me. So that's it for this episode of DSP Tries It, and I'll see you guys next time. What's up, everyone? It's DSP with another episode of DSP Tries It, and this is the most difficult episode ever, and here's why. For the past week, well, I'd say all during this week, as I had various things to do in the morning, such as visit lawyers and mail documents and do different things pertaining to my current unemployment, I have been passing by Subway in the morning, and a lot of people actually have been messaging me now and said, Phil, why not try the new Subway breakfast sandwiches? We see commercials all over TV for them. Obviously, Subway is not known for breakfast. Can we figure out, you know, if it's good or not? And it's funny because when you look at even Subway's napkin, their napkin says open by 7 a.m. weekdays, right? Build a better breakfast. And it has a listing of all these different breakfast items that they're supposed to be offering and how they compare to McDonald's breakfast items. Well, Tuesday morning I went by my Subway at about 10 in the morning and said I like breakfast, and they said, oh, we're out of eggs. And I said, how can you be out of eggs? Your store has about 6 signs, including one on your front door saying you have breakfast, and it's a big new thing now you're pushing, and I don't understand. And the woman that was working said, you know, we apologize. There's a shipment that was supposed to come this morning at 8. It's now 10. The shipment's still not here. Must have been delayed, and there's nothing we could do about it. I said, all right, well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't control the shipment. You might be right. I'll come back. So all week, you know, I was busy doing other stuff. And then finally on Friday this week, I had a chance. I was passing by again, and I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I drive in, and this time it was a little bit earlier. It was about maybe 9:30. And a woman comes out and says, oh, we don't have eggs. And I said, you got to be kidding me. This is the second time this week. And the woman, in very broken English, because she basically couldn't speak English, she even admitted, she says, I don't speak English, but you know, no one seems to be ordering the breakfast, so we're not ordering the eggs. Now let me ask you a question. How is someone supposed to order breakfast when you never have the eggs? I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If anything, what this is telling me is the Subway that's right near me here, that's like literally like 3 buildings away, the owner just doesn't want to have breakfast in the store. It's that simple. Whoever the owner is has made this decision that they're going to go against what the franchise is telling them. They don't think it's worth it to order the ingredients and to have people in there early enough. In fact, even though this napkin says that this Subway is open at 7 a.m. on weekdays, they're not. They don't open till 9, and they don't have coffee. I asked, and I said, your sign says there's a combo here of a breakfast sandwich and coffee. Oh, we don't have coffee. So I said, okay. So it just so happens that I had to go somewhere else, and I passed a different Subway that's much further away from me. So I pulled in, and I said, you know, do you have breakfast? Yes, we have breakfast. I said, excellent. I like the Western ham and cheese, and I'll take the combo with the coffee. And they said, we don't have coffee. I said, you got to be kidding me. For whatever reason, in Connecticut, where I live, anyway, locally around where I live, Subway's not taking breakfast seriously. They're not. They're not ordering the ingredients. They don't have anything. They're not prepared. So it took me literally a week to finally get my hands on one of these breakfast sandwiches. So I ordered the Western ham and cheese on flatbread. And it was funny because when the girl was making this for me, she you know, put all the ingredients together. I guess standard on this comes green peppers and onions. And of course, if you live in my area, you already know, but you probably don't. Subways in this area are very stingy about what they put on your sandwich. So of course she put like a couple sprinkling of peppers and onions, even though obviously that's supposed to be the meat of the sandwich. And so I said, no, give me some more green peppers, give me some tomatoes. And then she said, well, what about sauce? I said, sauce? What sauce would you put on there? She says, well, it's Western. Let's put the Southwest Chipotle sauce on it. So she did. So I'm going to try this, and we're going to look at it first. So hold on one second while I rip open the packaging. Because for whatever reason, they put it in this really weird paper that, like, you can't fucking open the thing. So anyway, here's what we're looking at. It's a piece of flatbread. This is the 6-inch, which you open up, and here's your egg omelet, which, that's an egg omelet? Really? That does not look like an egg omelet to me. Wow, that is pathetic. 2 pieces of ham. That's all they give you, 2 pieces of ham. And then obviously on the other side here, you're going to have the Southwest sauce that she put on there with some peppers, some onions, and some tomatoes. So I'm going to try this. It actually smells good, but I think it's mostly because the peppers are very aromatic. I'm going to take a bite and let you know what this is like. Let's see. Well, I might try to get a bite with egg in it, but it's kind of hard when the fucking egg is a rounded shape. I have to bite it like in the middle. Well, it's not bad, but I can't taste the egg at all. I'm going to take another bite and see if I can taste the ham. Overall, it's not bad. And the reason it's not bad is because, being that it was the morning, the vegetables were probably fresh. They do taste very fresh. I can barely taste the egg at all. I can get a little hint of the Black Forest ham, but it's nothing spectacular. And being that it's such a pain in the ass to find this in my area, don't get me wrong, it might be completely different in your area. This just might be something in this area of Connecticut. No one really cares about Subway breakfast, and no one's been trying it, and therefore all the stores are cutting back. But, if that's the case, take the damn signs down. Every Subway has a giant sign on the front of the building saying, we do breakfast now. Open early, come in and get breakfast and a coffee, and none of them seem to have it. So that is kind of disappointing, but the sandwich isn't bad. For a breakfast sandwich, the flatbread's a little heavy, actually, so it's probably going to be filling. It's bigger than a standard breakfast sandwich, as you can see, and price-wise, it's $3. So, not bad. You get your choice of cheese, obviously. I want it toasted, so the cheese is melted on there, pretty good. It's not bad at all. I would say, probably on a breakfast scale, it's a little bit better than the standard, because standard, if you go to Burger King or McDonald's, it's pretty unhealthy for you. This, at least you can order a bunch of veggies on it, and it is flatbread, which is much better for you than, any kind of fried bread or anything like that. I'm going to give it a 3, average. Nothing really to get up and go out of your way to Subway for, unless you're on a diet and you really need to make, need to get it. From what I'm to understand, you can also order an egg white omelet, but good luck finding that in my area, since they didn't even have the eggs at half the Subways anyway, so I don't know. Overall, $3, a big, decent sized sandwich like this, not bad, and it'll probably fill you up in the morning, so I'm going to give it a 3. Well, what is up, everyone? It's DSP, and this video is completely unexpected and impromptu. And this episode of DSP Tries It, as you can see, is going to tackle something that a lot of people have actually asked me to do, but I have never in my life seen this available at a McDonald's in my area before today. I just happened to be driving by and I said, get out of here. The McRib, I've never seen it. Everyone says, oh, they love it or whatever. I've never seen it in Connecticut, so I had to get it. So first of all, let's take a look. This will be the first time I'm ever getting it. Holy crap, that is a lot of barbecue sauce. It smells very tangy. You got lots of onions and a couple pickles on here. This is going to be extremely messy to eat, because they really just, they poured on the barbecue sauce. So I'm going to put down the camera and try to pick it up here. Holy moly. I think I can get the far side. I don't think there's any barbecue sauce that dripped from that side. I might be able to pick it up. There we go. Okay. Whoa, and there goes all the excess barbecue sauce. So let's take a bite. Hold on. Actually, I'll do it this way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a bite of this sucker. Look at this thing. Well, the barbecue sauce is extremely tangy. The pork itself is very tender. It's obviously a boneless rib sandwich. It's not a real, it's a real rib meat, but it's been processed. I didn't get a bite with any of the veggies on it yet, though. Let me take one more bite. The meat is extremely tender. I can see why people can be addicted to this, because it's a sweet, tangy barbecue sauce, and the meat is extremely tender, and it's not salty. I thought it was going to be really salty. It is not. It is a very mild but juicy, pork rib patty that they have on here. And the price of this sandwich is $3, and it's very big. So you can probably eat just this sandwich, and you'll be full. Obviously, it's not healthy for you whatsoever. And the presentation could be, is lacking, but the flavor is there. The flavor is delicious. I have to say, this is my first experience with the McRib. I'm liking it a lot. I'm just a little surprised at the bread, because this looks like the same bread they use at Burger King for their Italian chicken sandwiches, and I'm wondering how they got the same kind of bread. But besides that, I'm liking what I'm seeing. So, McRib, it's horrible for you, I'm sure. It doesn't look too appealing, but it tastes great. So you gotta give it. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 just because of the flavor alone. Do not eat this often, but if you get a chance and you never had one, I recommend you try it. This is really good. All right, so this is DSP with another DSP tries it. The McRib, it's pretty good. I like it. What's going on, everyone? It's DSP, and I'm mixing up a little bit with today's episode of DSP Tries It. As you can see, a lot of people have been saying, you're getting unhealthy stuff, you're always buying burgers and such, so I decided to go by my local Wendy's and to try out one of their new salads. I actually saw on TV they're having a promotion. You can get a salad and one other item for $4.99. So I said, okay, let's try this out. So I went by my local Wendy's, and they had it all laid out there. So I got the Baja salad, as you can see, whoops, which just went right on the floor there. Piece of lettuce. So right off the bat, I can tell you, my number one criticism, the bowl is too small because it's full to the brim. So when I go to eat this salad, it's going to go all outside of the bowl. I can tell you that right now. So what do you get in this Baja? You get both iceberg and romaine lettuce mixed together. It looks like you get two different kinds of cheeses. Some kind of a pico de gallo, which is made of onions, tomatoes, different spices and herbs there. You get a little bit of guacamole in that salad. It also comes with seasoned tortilla chips, which we'll try, and creamy red jalapeno dressing. And it was funny because I was looking at this, I was like, wow, this might, if I just ate this salad here, that might actually be pretty healthy. And I said, well, if I add these tortilla strips, and I'm wondering how salty they are, it's probably going to make it not as good. And then when I looked at the dressing, I said creamy red jalapeno dressing, and I flipped it over. This one little packet of dressing has 10 grams of fat and 100 calories. 90 of the calories are from fat. I said, holy shit, 270 milligrams of sodium, 10 milligrams of cholesterol, just in this packet. So my recommendation would be, if you're going to go to like a fast food place and you're going to get a salad, get your own dressing or have it without dressing, because that's kind of crazy, that has that many calories. So what I do, it's a combo, 2 items. So I got this, and I also got a grilled chicken go wrap, okay? Which I'm not really sure what it is. I said, get me the grilled chicken, and it looks like it actually is grilled chicken. I'm not sure what's in there. But then the weirdest thing happened. The guy keeps handing me bags. I'm like, what is this bag? He goes, oh, you ordered the Baja salad, right? I said, yeah. And he said, well, that Baja salad doesn't come with chicken. I guess all of their other salads come with chicken. So to account for the fact that that salad doesn't come with chicken, wait till you see this. Look what they give you. Oh my God. Do you see what I see? Wendy's chili. They give you Wendy's chili. Low fat and high fiber, they claim. Now, I don't know if they've changed their recipe anytime recently, but I'm sure if you've ever watched food reviews online, or you know, the horror stories, people say that by eating this chili, you can significantly reduce your lifespan. That's how bad people have said this chili is. Now, the funny thing is, look what he gave me to eat my salad with. So I'm going to eat my salad. How am I going to eat my chili with this? So a good thing that I came home to eat, because if I didn't, and I was actually eating, you know, on the road or something, you know, go eating out, I don't know how I would have eaten this. But anyway, I'm just curious. I have not had Wendy's chili ever. I've never had it, but I've seen it before. My friends have eaten it. Oh my god. Now, I don't know if any of you are fans of Spoonie. He's at the SpoonieExperiment.com, but he recently did a video where he actually played the Wendy's training videos, the ones that they actually show Wendy's employees when they're new. The meat in Wendy's chili is the fucked up hamburger meat. So if they're cooking a burger and they overcook it, or they smash it into a million pieces, or it's too greasy, this is the meat they use for the chili. So just imagine how healthy that could possibly be for you, or what that tastes like. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to take one, before I even try to start the salad, I'm going to get a spoon. I'm going to take a tiny teaspoon, a little tiny bit. I have to taste it. I have to taste this chili. Oh, God. And at least give an opinion. So give me 1 second here. I need a little bit of a spoonful. I'm going to get over the sink just in case I fucking vomit all over the place after I eat this. That is awful. The meat is completely flavorless. All I could really taste was a little bit of tomato and a little bit of onion that was on the spoon. I didn't taste the meat at all. That is awful. That is flavorless chili. So not only is it probably horrendously bad for you, it tastes like shit. So, pushing that aside, because I didn't order it, you know, they feel the obligation to give you chili because there's no chicken in your salad. You got your Baja salad. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not going to put this on there, because this is it's going to ruin the salad, really. Something that's that fatty. I want to taste a little bit of their pico de gallo. A couple pieces of lettuce, if I can get them on my fork here. Mmm. That's not half bad. The pico de gallo is actually pretty tasty. Such a shame. Look how little they give you. There's almost none on here. It's all lettuce and cheese. And I'll try a little bit of their guacamole too. Some lettuce and cheese here. Mmm. The guacamole is tasty. I really like the guacamole. It's actually very flavorful. I could taste the avocado. That's really good guacamole. So, what I'm going to do, I am going to eat this, but I'm going to get a bowl. I'm going to put it in a bowl so I can actually, you know, eat it and not have it fall out of this container. But I'm just curious, if I were to try one of these seasoned strips, what this is like. So let me open this for 1 second and put this down. Because, of course, there's no tear strip or anything. You have to just rip it open with your bare hands. So here we go. This tastes... You know what this tastes like? It's very similar to a barbecue Frito. I don't know if you ever had Fritos before, those corn chips from Frito-Lay. But it tastes just like a barbecue Frito. So being that has seasoning and salt all over, very salty, awful for you. So my rating of the Baja salad, if you just eat the salad and you don't eat the disgusting chili or this or the bad dressing, you put on your own dressing, like on this, I'd probably put a light Southwest dressing on this. Because that's the kind of dressing you're supposed to put on a Baja salad. A little bit of a light Southwest or something like that. I would probably rate this a 4 because it has a lot of ingredients. It's fresh, by the way. I could tell it's not soggy or anything. They probably made it midday today. Because it is a little bit on the late. It's around dinner time. They probably made it midday. I'm sure. I don't know if they made it right in the morning. Well, but they probably did. I'm probably fooling myself. But anyway, it's not half bad. And like I said, pico de gallo's tasty. Guacamole is tasty. My criticism is I can't give it a 4, and here's why. Because it comes with all these unhealthy ingredients that they expect you to add to it. Really bad for you salad dressing, the revolting ball of chili, and extremely salty chip flakes. So they ruin their salad. They've absolutely ruined their salad. And the reason, honestly, they probably do it is, think about it, 2 for $5, right? This wrap is not worth even $2. This wrap is like worth $1.50. It's similar to the snack wrap that you get at McDonald's. So this stuff here, you figure if that's $1.50, how do you make just this salad worth $3.50? The answer is you can't. So they start adding things and adding things and adding things that, they assume would add to the value, but overall they don't. So the salad itself with no thing added is a 4, but because they give you so much shit with it, actually, if you were to eat all this brings the value down to like a 2. Especially that fucking that chili is so bad for you. So unfortunately, I say salad only gets a 4. With all the additives that they give you, it gets a 2. So that's an example of a fast food salad. I'm going to eat the salad right now. That's all I'm going to eat. And I actually do have Southwest dressing in my fridge, so I'm going to have this right now. And that's it. It's my first salad review, anyway, from fast food. I like the salad, and I hate all the shit that they give you with it. So this is DSP with another DSP Tries It. A little bit different. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, what is up? This is DSP, and this is another edition of DSP Tries It, but a lot different from the other ones that I've done up to now. Simply because this is the first episode where I'm not going to be looking at or reviewing food. And this comes from a fan request. In my last DSP inbox video, a fan said, "Phil, what are you doing? You had mentioned that you bought a lot of your own merchandise from Cafe Press so you could look at it and review it for the viewers to see if we're interested, and then you never did it." And I said, you know what? He's absolutely right. I'm stupid. I completely forgot. So here we go. What we're going to do today, we're going to look at the drinking receptacles that I have purchased from Cafe Press. My page is at cafepress.com/darksidephil, and we have 3 different ones right here. The first 2 are SIG water bottles, which are Swiss-made metallic water bottles. The third is the ceramic beer stein. And just so everyone knows, you don't only have to get these in these versions. All of these logos are basically interchangeable, meaning you can get any one of these on any one of these. Like, you can get the Hateful Truth on this, you can get hate on this, you can get this logo on this. Check out the website. They'll show you all the different options. The water bottles in particular I do like, and here's why. I didn't realize this, but they're actually metal. They're hard metal. I can't look. I'm squeezing as hard as I can. It's rock hard, extremely durable. You've got the loop at the top if you're a bike rider or you exercise and you want to hook it up to something. But just to show you exactly what these entail, I've been taking this bottle over to Howard's house with water whenever I go over there to play Super Turbo, and it's hilarious because they all laugh at me. Haha, filling everyone a water bottle with your face on it. But you got the screw on top, and the inside is metallic. And basically, you don't need to clean this very much if you're going to put water or whatever in it. That's all I put in it, water, and then I rinse it out every once in a while. Easy to clean. Price-wise, this is the thing, and I'm going to be honest with everyone, the stuff on Cafe Press is a little bit pricey. I do make a cut from anything that you purchase from Cafe Press, but it's not a big one. It's a very small one. In fact, I've tried to minimize the amount of money that I make to keep the prices down. So in this case, on this particular water bottle, the small water bottle, which is 0.6 liters, is $25. This larger water bottle, which is 1 liter, so it's almost double the capacity of the small water bottle, is only $27.99. So for like $4 more, I'm sorry, $3 more, you're getting more than double the size. So it depends on, I guess, how big of a water bottle you really need. I wouldn't want to bring something this big over Howard. It's probably too much. Now this is the beer stein, and this you've probably seen in many of my videos. I use this to drink out of all day pretty much. It's really cool, it's durable, it's ceramic, it's heavy duty, easy to clean. One thing that I do want to mention though, They did say that the water bottles, if you do get those water bottles, do not put them in your dishwasher. They said that they're afraid that basically either this will get chipped off, the logo, or the logo might come off with extreme heat, which a lot of the dishwashers put these dishes under. However, I have washed the ceramic mug in my dishwasher with zero problems. So this is dishwasher safe. This one I would say just keep to rinsing out in your sink. The Stein is only $15.99. So that's actually a bestseller right now. A lot of people have been buying the Stein because they see me using it in a lot of videos. They think it's pretty cool. Keep in mind, like I said, you can get all different kinds of designs on these. It's not just these logos. So go check out the website and you'll see some variations. Some other logos and things are available. And as other logos and things are designed, they'll also become available. I'll always be updating the site as long as people are interested in this. So honestly, what do I think about these products? Well, let me give it to you this way. The Stein, I love. $16. I've used the drink out of all day. It's a lot of room in there. It's not like a cup of water. It's like 2 to 3 glasses of water that you can fit in there. If I was giving this out of a 5 rating, I'd give the Stein like a 4.5, seriously, because value for the dollar, it's extremely useful. The water bottles, now, as a lot of people know, I have a back injury. I don't go working out or anything like that. I don't go jogging, but if I rode a bike, these bottles would probably be really useful, especially because they have that the screw on top that has the ability to put like a bungee cord or a hook or something on there, or to take to the gym. Now, obviously, I don't expect anyone to be bringing something that has a big middle finger to the gym or says hate or anything like that. But like I said, there are other logos that you can get for these. I do openly admit these water bottles are pricey, okay? For a water bottle, paying $25 to $28 is pricey. But I do want to emphasize to everyone, they're rock hard metal. Like I said, they're not going to get damaged. If you drop this, it doesn't break. It's pretty much almost indestructible unless you really, run a car over the damn thing or smash it with a hammer. They are solid metal, and pretty much they're going to last you for a very, very long time until you end up scratching the design off of it. It's pretty much what I would think would be the time that these things would fall apart. It's not that, SIG is a well-known brand, especially for this kind of thing. I would only think that, like I said, the only reason that you would need to get a new water bottle if you buy one of these is if you actually scratch the design off because you put it in a dishwasher, or it drops on the ground and hits a rock or something. So overall, usage-wise, these are really useful. And like I said, I bring this water bottle to Howard's house all the time. But price-wise, I probably have to give this like a 3. Overall as a rating. I wish it were a little cheaper. If this were under $20, these bottles, these would be like a 5, but because they are the best water bottles I've pretty much ever seen. They're not plastic, they're not heavy at all. That's the other thing. A lot of people say, oh, it's metal, it's heavy, right? No, it's super light. These things are like, I feel like I'm lifting a piece of paper. That's how light these are, so they really designed them well. They're super thin, super light, but super durable. I just don't like the pricing right now. But again, I apologize. There's not much I can do about that. Cafe Press, this stuff is a little bit expensive, but at the same time, the product so far, from what I've gotten there, is pretty good. And you'll see that in a couple other videos that I'm going to make. I'm going to talk about some other things I purchased there as well. So that's it. The mug gets a 4.5 because it's so amazing, and the bottles get a 3.